Nigerians have been reacting to comments by President Muhammadu Buhari criticizing youths in the country at a Commonwealth Business Forum in Westminster, UK. In the video from the cable, President Buhari says many of the youths below the age of 30 are uneducated, but they are waiting for everything to be done for them just because Nigeria is an oil-rich country. Many of the reactions have been critical of the president's comments. Some of them accused him of describing the youths as lazy and being humorous with national pride. However, the president's spokesman, Mr. Femi Adesina, explained that the president was referring to some and not all of the young people in the country.
I believe for those who are following us closely, they could recall on the political campaign we conducted and the success we scored was based on three things. First, securing the country, and in particular, the person who mentioned the Northeast. The so-called Boko Haram was occupying a large chunk of that part of the country, and they caused a lot of damage to the infrastructure, especially educational and health. And then the economy. We have a very young population. Our population is estimated conservatively to be 180 million. This is a conservative one. More than 60% of the population is below the age of 30. A lot of them haven't been to school, and they are claiming, that Nigeria has been an oil-producing country, therefore they should sit and do nothing and get housing, healthcare, education free. But let me tell you that recently my Minister of Education or for Information was constrained to answer a question when people accuse the administration of doing nothing. He said, let Nigerians be reminded what position we were before May 2015, what condition we are now, and what we have achieved between then and now.
Meanwhile, hours after the mace was snatched from the Senate, the police in Abuja recovered the symbol of authority, which was taken from the upper chamber. The leadership of the National Assembly had given the Inspector General of Police and the Director General of the DSS 24 hours to find and return the stolen mace. A police statement signed by the Deputy Force Public Relations Officer, Aremu Adeniro, says a patriotic passerby had spotted the instrument under the flyover before the city gate and alerted the police. According to the statement, the suspected miscreants who had stolen the mace had been forced to abandon it after the police swung into action with surveillance patrols as well as stop and search operations around the Federal Capital Territory. It adds that the Inspector General has ordered the Commissioner of Police in charge of the FCT Command to beef up security at the National Assembly. So let's get more on this story from a security expert, Mr. Oladende Ariyo. Thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here.
So how is it possible that in this era of Boko Haram insurgency, thugs can easily walk into the Senate and cut away the mace? What does this say about Nigeria's security?
You know, yesterday I was on another global TV platform discussing the impunity of the herdsmen, over the insensate killing of farmers. And by the time I came out and I heard that they've stolen the maize, I was like, why is it that we seem to be a country of God's experiment at impossibilities? Boko Haram is there, and for me, it's been like a civil war. It's taking about a decade now. Now, the herdsmen took a cue from that, and on Monday, IMN loyalists, exactly people, they've confronted armed policemen. That was bringing impunity to the highest level. Now, for people to have the guts, the courage, the audacity to enter the National Assembly, which I know, with all the security apparatus present there, with all the gates, I call them gates of hell anyway, with the scrutiny and insulting searches that people go through before entering or leaving that place. And of course, having in mind that Boko Haram could have equally invaded the National Assembly yesterday, herdsmen too could have gone there. It's really appalling. I really don't have any word to describe it than to say that whoever is sent at arms and everybody who was on duty yesterday, they should just be dealt with. They should be arrested, they should be investigated, prosecuted, and jailed if they are found guilty. It's an eyesore.
I was even going to ask you, could the thugs have collided with some bad eggs, maybe in the security forces at the Senate, to carry out this attack? For all I care, the probability now is 99. On the scale of 100, is 99 to 1. Why? The distance between the Senate chambers and the outside gate by 3 arms zone is quite enormous. And then for them to have picked the Mace, walked through the Senate into the lobby, very large area, and several other entrances. At every door, there were security men. I'm familiar with that premises, so I can tell you what I know. Not only that, the main gate that leads to outside of the National Assembly is well secure with armed and unarmed security men. So if there are no connivance, it would have been impossible for them to have escaped. I mean, they were not hiding. It was a public thing, and noise followed the snatching of the Mace. Yet they were able to pass through, which gives life to what Tiwa Danjuma said, that as security men, they are colluding with insurgents. Mr. Aladendiaria, thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. Still to come on the program, Eastern Libyan military chief of staff Abdul Razak Nathuri survives a car bomb attack outside Benghazi. Please stay with us.